All right, guys, we're here with Saima, Akhtar. Miss Akhtar, how are we doing today?
Fantastic.
Did I destroy the name or did I do it okay?
No, you got it perfect.
Whew.
Perfect.
There's 15 minutes of me trying to figure that out in my own head before you got here. I'm like, I'm going to destroy all these names. There's so many names that are hard to pronounce.
Oh, yeah. Well, you got it. You nailed
Thank
it.
you. Well, thank you. Well, to be fair, you coached me for the last few minutes. So you're coming out of the terrible team took. Sorry to hear about that. Do you train mainly with Professor Travis or?
Yeah, I mainly train with Professor Travis and Professor Cameron.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you see Travis's arm?
Yeah, I did.
It makes me feel so good. Like it's destroyed. It looks terrible.
No.
No? Okay. No. Travis knows a lot of amazing team over there. Tell us about your jiu-jitsu journey. How'd you get started?
Well, I always liked martial arts. I always was into it, even as a young child. I kind of honestly started off doing a little bit of taekwondo whenever I was younger.
Okay.
But then I just got out of it because my parents wanted me to focus on school, and that's kind of the same route now. But I moved to Texas about 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
And I was just looking for something. I was kind of in a bad spot. And I was like, I need to find something. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm here on my own. I need to figure out how to take care of myself. So I was like, okay, I want to get into martial arts.
Sure.
And whenever I was younger at the time, I really couldn't because of my parents. But now that I was on my own, I was like, no, I'm going to do it. So I got into it, honestly, 2.5 years ago, yeah. And so ever since then, I've just kind of been going at it and just trying to, honestly, I'm doing it for myself.
Right.
And I feel like because I'm doing it for myself, it has made me just grow in so many aspects of not just martial arts, but of my life too. So it's been a really cool journey for me. I've honestly been enjoying it a lot.
Tell me about how jiu-jitsu has helped transform some of your life off the mat.
A lot of discipline, a lot of overcoming hardship, just basically trying to stay focused. And even though there may be, just like in jiu-jitsu, you'll get caught in a bad spot, but you can't just settle there because you may get submitted, you may run out of time, something would happen. But the goal is just to keep moving, keep going, keep pushing, keep going. And that's how I kind of translated my jiu-jitsu into my life too, because like I said, when I started, I was in a rough patch. I was going through my own issues, struggles. And then when I found jiu-jitsu, I was like, I can see the correlation of life and martial arts. And especially jiu-jitsu, honestly, I fell in love with it pretty quickly. I fell in love with it super quickly. It's just something that not only helps me escape from life, but it also helps me get into life too, because it kind of just helps me to if I have a terrible day at the gym, I know if I leave, I'm just you know what, I'm just gonna come back and do something, change something up, and be stronger. Just like in life, things happen. You don't always have the best day, but shoot, the next day you can come back, try harder, and try to change things up to make it a little better.
Tell us about your team there at Team Took and what it's like to train there.
I love Team Took. The people there, they're something else. They're just they're crazy. They definitely push me. I feel like I really felt myself grow whenever I allowed people to let me grow, if that makes sense. Because it's you can kind of go through, I've always wanted to ask questions. I always enjoy asking questions, trying to figure things out. But then it's whenever you have someone else who's just as interested or is just as motivated as you, it just makes everything feel different. It doesn't really feel like it's an academy, it's a school, but it doesn't feel like I'm over there trying to play a student. I feel like I'm playing this character, and I'm just okay, well, if I go with this person, then I'm leveling up my character kind of sense. So they're cool. I like them. I mean, they definitely challenge me. I've had so many people that I go with there, and they just they push me. They literally push me to my limit, and then as soon as I'm about to break, they're like, "Saima, come on," and I'm like, okay, now I'm back up. I got this, and I just keep going, just like how you just got to keep going. That's literally like they just help me to keep going.
You know, you mentioned getting to your limits and pushing past those. And most people don't realize just how far their limits are because they don't give themselves the opportunity to get pushed to those points. And that especially happens for a lot of women who are watching, and they kind of see jiu-jitsu or grappling as this, maybe, I don't know if kind of gross or a thing where you need all the strength and to deal with things.
Yeah.
What would you tell the lady or young girl or young boy who's sitting off on the side watching and hasn't joined in jiu-jitsu yet?
Honestly, it doesn't take for you to be the strongest. It doesn't take for you to be the fastest. It doesn't take for you to be a certain way, because jiu-jitsu, like, people think of jiu-jitsu as like this thing, like this specific thing, but they don't realize that it's like for cooking. Like, if you're cooking something, there's a recipe, but it doesn't mean that you have to do everything on that recipe step by step, add the same exact ingredients. You can add your own things. You can do whatever you want, and you know, whatever suits your taste, you can do that. And that's the way, same, like, that's how jiu-jitsu is too. It's like you have this concept, and then you can add whatever you want to it to make it your own. That way it doesn't seem like, oh, well, I have to be this type of person, I have to look like this, I have to have this body, I have to have this. No, it's whatever you want to make out of it, because honestly, anyone can do jiu-jitsu. It's how you want to do it. So honestly, for me, I'm one of the smallest girls at my gym, like, and there's giants there. I roll with the giants, I roll with the kids, I roll with everyone there, because you have to get to that limit in order to cross it and get better. So it's like, whenever you feel scared or you feel like you're gonna hurt yourself, or you don't wanna, like, you just don't feel like you can get to that limit, all you have to do is just keep trying. Like, you'll figure out one day that it's like, oh, this is my limit. And you know, if you just start off jiu-jitsu, your limit is not gonna be like you may like feel like you want to give up sooner, but hey, if you keep going, your limit is just gonna keep going farther and farther. And then it's like, once you reach that limit, you break it, and then you go until you meet the next one. And that's what will make you the best, or that's what will literally make you better every time.
Excellent. Is there anybody that you'd like to thank?
Oh boy, there's so many people I'd like to thank. I definitely want to thank God for sure, because I know I really couldn't have done a lot of anything without him. Definitely want to thank my family. I want to thank my mom, my dad, my brothers, my sisters. Thank Coach Travis. Thanks Coach Cameron. He's helped me a lot through most of my training recently, so that's been really fun. And there's honestly, just everyone out there, all the supporters, and just anyone who has given me any sense of just excitement or energy, and just yeah, thanks. So honestly, just thanks to you too.
Well, thank you for sitting down and talking with me today. It's been great to hear your story, and I cannot wait to see you compete this Sunday.
Awesome. Thank you so much.